Hi, I'm Nicole Leone from NSL Arts Consulting. I work with nonprofits to make their operations more efficient and sustainable using project management systems and ethical AI tools. In this short training, I'll show you two simple but powerful ways to use AI and Asana that can help your team save time, stay organized, and stay focused on your mission. If you work in a nonprofit, you already know how hard it can be to balance daily operations with strategic work. Even the best teams lose hours every week to repetitive manual tasks, updating spreadsheets, creating reports, and chasing down deadlines. These are important details, but they come at a cost: less time for planning, communication, and impact. AI can help relieve that burden. It's not about replacing people, it's about protecting their time. Let's start with a simple automation that makes an immediate difference. Imagine a donor sends an email requesting a quarterly impact report. Normally, someone has to copy that email into Asana, set a due date, assign it to the right person, and add its subtasks. But with a tool like Zapier or even Asana's own automation rules, AI can do that for you. When the email arrives, it's automatically transformed into a structured Asana task, complete with due date, assignee, and checklist. Nothing gets missed, and your staff spends less time managing inboxes and more time doing meaningful work. Here you can see on the left the email that came in from the client, and on the right, the Asana task with all of the information from the email input by AI. So, how do we get started here? Well, you'll pick one workflow that your team repeats every week, like donor report requests or event logistics. Map out what details should appear in the task: the title, assignee, due date, and subtasks. Then use Zapier or even Asana to connect to your email. Start with one simple trigger, for example, emails with the word report in the subject line. Now, you're going to want to test this with a few internal messages before you roll it out to your entire team. But within a week, you'll start to see time savings, and your team will quickly trust the system when they see how well it works. Of course, there are going to be challenges along the way and people who will need a little extra help getting these tools implemented. Here are a list of some of the common challenges that I see, why they happen, and what you can do about them. The second use case focuses on reporting, which is something that every nonprofit team struggles with. Asana already holds all your project data, completed tasks, milestones, and deadlines. Instead of manually copying that information into a report, AI can do it for you. By exporting updates or using Asana's built in AI tools, you can generate a concise professional summary in minutes that can be used every time you need to pull a report. It highlights achievements, risks, and upcoming work, clear, consistent, and easy to share with your board or funders. This means you're spending less time formatting and more time leading your projects. So you want to try this out? Well, choose one type of report, maybe a weekly progress update or a grant status summary, something that you're going to use often and that has information that's easily accessible in Asana. Make sure your Asana data is clean and consistent, and then export the updates into a tool like ChatGPT or Notion AI. You'll want to use a prompt like summarize this project update for a nonprofit board in 200 words. Highlight achievements, risks, and next steps. Treat the AI output as a first draft because you're going to have to review it for accuracy and make sure it has the correct tone. Once you have a version that you like, save the format as your team's reporting template. Over time, this process becomes faster and more reliable, turning a half day task into a 15-minute review that's easy to automate and continue to do over and over. Here are some of the challenges you might face and what to do about them if you decide to do reporting in this way. Remember, AI does not replace human judgment, it just makes it better. By automating small, repetitive tasks and simplifying the way you report, you free up time and energy that nonprofits need for strategy, relationships, and impact. The key is to start small. Automate one or two workflows at a time, create some summaries, see what works best for your team and where you can save the most time. And then you build from there. Each small improvement adds up to something powerful: a more focused, efficient, and mission driven organization. If your team wants to explore how AI can strengthen your operations, I'd love to connect and help you design a plan that fits your goals. So get in touch. And thanks so much.